That's right. Someone will come out and recite a eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts, just follow my lead and you'll be fine. Let's go somewhere higher up so Kachina can spot us.
Warriors of Natlan, heed the call of life. We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire, the lifeblood of our nation.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
What?
What does that even mean?
Usually once the ode is complete, the Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on? This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team said, think about it.
Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom...
Hey! You just haven't gotten over the fact that
Pathetic.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our...
Maybe you did, but who's to say whether that little girl even contributed at all? Maybe she... Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was on the winning team?
How dare you insult? Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the abyss. She doesn't deserve to be...
Calm down, Mualani. There's no point arguing with the...
I can't just sit here and let them slander her like that.
To insult a hero of Natlan...
You...
Think about it, everyone. Who do you think is really at fault here? Or the great Pyro Archon? Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must... Maybe the YUB
I mean, that girl did...
Kachina wouldn't have run! That's not like her at all!
No, she's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation, no matter how scared she might feel, she's always the first person to stand up and face it head on. We don't even know what happened, so don't you dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough. Then, we'll see who truly deserves glory.
That's enough. There is no doubt about today's victory, or Kachina's part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and celebration. However, the failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not to prevent further casualties. I have decided to...
What?
No one is all-knowing, but doubt is a means by... If there are things you wish to clarify,
No,
even though I have said
That guy doesn't even have the
I have a question, Archon. My friend Kachina, I know you said you were
I've already shared. So,
Of course I'll join.
in that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if rest assured, everyone, once again,
Did she just...
I believe she did.
The situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location until we find an...
And that means...
That's correct. No,
How long will that take?
it's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed she wasn't afraid of death whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training. She would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me, are we her friends? Or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief. Kachina's life means a great deal to me, Mualani. Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you that peace of mind if I could. But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least give you a broader picture of the issue we are now facing. Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss,
You mean...
the Sacred Flame, if we continue to hold the pilgrimage but if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks, and the tragedy we saw with the people of the Springs will only be the first of many.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser of two evils. Sorry, I know that may sound harsh, but I bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel. But we need to understand it if we want to approach this rationally.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you, and unlike Kanich, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful, is it?
No. I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart. But I couldn't bring...
And that is the crux of the problem. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. And that is exactly what the Abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection work. It's to destroy the people's faith in them. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen each tribe's defenses. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss at bay. This won't be easy. I'll need time to figure out the best approach. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity, at least.
Wow. Paimon thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon. I let myself get carried away earlier, and I'm sorry. You're right. We need to focus on finding solutions.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars. That way, we would still be able to fuel the sacred flame.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and competitor numbers will drop. With fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease, and the vicious cycle will continue indefinitely.
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, it's a different story. Your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one with the Sea of Souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon. Both of these problems need to be addressed. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame. I will go search for—
The Abyss poses the same—
Kachina's waiting for us.
I failed to protect—
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you in any way I can. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that if we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them. Then comes the hard part.
But isn't—
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a— however—
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss—
So,
Seat Lolly of the Masters of the Night. It was originally—
That was the artifact I
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are— Besides— Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first I've heard all about your— Why? Is that not what happened?
yeah, things were—
That's more like it. Perhaps even more than— Ideally, this would—
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't if things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. Worse, but don't worry. This talisman means a great deal to me. I'll take good care.
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production.
You're right. The gradual corrosion as things stand. The pilgrimage is the Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all...
Another simple choice.
I have never subscribed. Let's go. There's still a—
You mean?
Yes. The sacred flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the Abyss, but it's also the pillar of Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice—
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have all we can do.
Even so,
If I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon, it's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us? Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him...
Yeah, and...
The Harbingers are all driven by their... But I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for being here as well.
Whatever his motive.
No. We're running... The wound I inflicted should hold him back. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. When we exchanged Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Lali. She should know.
Of course. I'll head out right now.
Yes. But fear not. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its Archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
Is everything okay, Archon?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in the Archon.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name, we'll head right back.
Okay, let's just...
Another chance to...
That's Wyna, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time.
Whoa, hold on.
My friend
Rescuer? From the Night Kingdom?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. Going there, a mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do is focus on how to prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need, I'll choose foolishness any day. If Kachina's still holding on, then so will I.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? This doesn't seem like you. Life isn't complete without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you. Here's the stone. Keep it safe, okay? It's not like we have a spare.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back. But aren't you from the Flower Feather Clan, Chaska?
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts, so we slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe, too. She's helped us out a lot in the past.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes, I'll introduce you to her sometime. But let's get back to business. Wyna, how do we use the stone?
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with concepts, and the ancient name you seek is like a tiny fish swimming downstream. In that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river, but the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
We couldn't do that ourselves?
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength and the talent. If you want to make sure this works, though, I could recommend someone to you.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition. Even his ancient name means to seek. If you're fishing for a name, you're gonna want him on the boat.
Vichama? Why does that name sound familiar?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his time gazing out at the scenery from the cliff tops. Follow the path that way, and I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you. We'll go look for him there.
Good luck. I hope everything goes well.
someone admiring the scenery from the cliff tops. Ah! That must be him! Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you can bring someone back from the Night Kingdom? How is that even possible? No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Everything's fine. I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Your friend? Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's all the same to you.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find Kachina's ancient name, it's only right that we return the favor.
Then we're agreed. Can I have a look at the stone? I see. From what I can tell, it functions almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world. Once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure not to use it in a tribal settlement.
Wow, you got all that just from looking at it?
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said someone named Lali invented this. They must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime, I need you to get 2 things for me.
We'll go right away. What do you need?
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them, so make sure you get a good amount.
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally intangible, an ancient name.
Oh, I see.
Right. I need one... Normally, you can only...
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Oh, and you...
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no...
Anyway, it'll take some time to set up...
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more... Hang on, Kachina. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much for your whole stock?
Oh, the whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 mora in total. Deal?
Deal.
Wait, really?
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible. Thanks.
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask. All right, that's everything. Here you go.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Vichama mentioned.
No one can catch me! No one can catch me! Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes. I've got a chunk for sale right over there.
Perfect. Is that the only one, though? We actually need two.
That might be tough. Tell you what, I'll take a look through these boxes over here and we'll see what we can find.
Thank you so much. We'll wait here.
Relax. Everything's going according.
I know, it's just... Kachina always...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Perfect! Thank you. How much do I owe you?
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000. Here you go. By the way, how's he doing?
Do you know what happened between them?
I heard about it in Pat Melko's 5 years ago, but on the eve of...
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the... Vichama didn't argue. It's just... Melko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded anyone's. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not. I've tried. The abyss has come. Anyway.
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments. As agreed, I'll help you find Go ahead. After Malco fell, I scoured the back. If I had been there, I've always...
But that happened. The Pyro Archon...
There might not be much. All right, let's get to it. I'll start... Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom. The Abyss will likely emerge in response.
Look at that golden thing! It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer!
Fear not. Transfixed!
Commendable. Laid bare. This is where you fall.
Dodge this! Oh, so sorry.
Transfixed. Witness my rise. Overruled.
Cool it! Dodge this! Windblade! Cool it! Freeze!
Let her rip!
Dodge this! What's the hurry? Don't get frostbite.
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Vichama!
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right. The power of the Abyss is getting stronger.
The abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
I should have died 5 years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No! Why can't I find him? Why?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's
In that case, we have no choice. I'm sorry, Seat Lolly. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? It looked like the Spirit Speaker stone was...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. I think you were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while.
Give us a heads up next time, will you?
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof.
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait. Vichama!
Vichama!
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no... And now...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolence.
Huh?
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malco. Got any strength?
Not enough to swing a sword.
I never thought I'd actually...
Guess I have something to be thankful. Pisak. Maybe you're right. Vichama. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Was that a memory?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice, but...
A deeper pain.
Malco was always the type for all these years.
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, when you asked for my help, but once allowed to fester, guilt stripped. If I could do it all over that way, even if there are critical junctions, that's something.
Thank you, Vichama. I promised I would find her.
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body. Thanks to him, though, you were only briefly exposed. Just speaking from experience.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient... and...
Koichi, are you...
I think you know exactly.
Honestly, it's... They're back.
Koichi?
Don't play dumb. My apologies.
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two are not... It's not really my story to tell, but She was afflicted with that strength of will.
For some reason?
Well,
I remember those days. Eventually, she found a... It sounds like she's still arguing.
that's...
Oh, I get it. No wonder you tried to talk us out of going to the Night Kingdom. Chaska even said that wasn't like you.
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks. Still,
All right, it's just the two of us now. You have 1 minute to explain yourself.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down as if it's just a trip abroad.
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely no alternative. But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is. And you were just going to sneak into the place without saying anything.
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like he didn't even try.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh, I knew it! So he did try to say something, but you didn't listen.
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
You don't know that? I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control at any moment, it's my duty to...
All right, whatever.
You...
Time out.
Chaska, does it sound...
Then...
But the person you...
That's a different issue. You said...
I've also told you that managing...
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might...
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi! Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
So, you're really going to go, no matter what I say? I'm supposed to be your sister.
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
Chaska. So, that's it. Why'd you have to turn out to be so darn annoying?
You two are something else.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact... It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend...
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. If you're done with the Spirit Speaker Stone, you might as well hand it over. According to Kinich, it's an important ceremonial artifact, so it'd be safer to keep it with me.
If only Tonegif Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh? I see. Sounds like it was an Still. Sitlali, stay safe out there in the Night King.
We're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated. Let me give you the condensed version.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui...
Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but I won't lie to you. With multiple factions closing in, there's nothing comforting about the situation we're facing. Still, all you need to do is...
I can also step in on...
There's no need to be so modest.
Archon,
You have nothing to... Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her...
What is this place? Hey, isn't that a tail?
Wow. It looks like there are items.
I suppose you could think of it as a physical item. Now, if you're curious about an item...
Alright, we'll have a look. Hey, there's a fishing rod here.
That's right. He and I met in a tavern. In his eyes,
So, did he do it?
The next time I saw him, he managed to kill the fish. Can a fisherman clean?
Well, Paimon...
That was my answer. In the end, he...
Wait, that means...
Maybe we can go ahead to... The powder still needs some time to settle. Well...
Yeah! If each item represents... Does every item...
That's right. They demonstrate the truth.
The shape...
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be close...
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back on your... Exactly. Take out a portion of that journey, and you would like the future. Is of course... Humanity excels at living in the present. But too, while the pilgrimage, and only by uniting the people of Natlan across to come up with such a set of rules. The first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level... That's correct. Namely, a framework. By holding the pilgrimage, in addition, the
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine... Wait, is that a family portrait?
Yes. I turned a piece of my...
Your sister is... Paimon was having a hard... It really doesn't look like there was anything special.
A little late for that question.
Sorry,
No matter what becoming the Archon, my father made... One time, we didn't... My sister immediately burst into tears. The two trouble... I still remember the way they...
Wow.
Isn't that what being as the Archon?
Well, what happened after that?
I believe she ended up... Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powders, place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our stories remain eternal. Ancient name, take us.
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the Abyss playing tricks on me again?
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us. We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time. I was waiting for the Wyup saved me. Even though it's past the Night Kingdom is...
Don't listen to those sounds. All you need to do is stick.
It's okay. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back.
You're always like this, I don't know what lies. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars. A hero of Natlan. All you need to do...
I'm still...
All you need to do is play. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close! Thank you. Be careful.
Looks like we've lost. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind.
I know.
All right, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in that face you just made.
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Ark. Thank you so much for your...
Now that I've lost my power, Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you
That won't...
I hope not.
Let's make haste.
So we're underneath Natland right now? It looks nothing like
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civil. Humans only established their own society.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns?
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived. These ruins have been. So what you're saying?
No, it's going to be
What?
It's the
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our way.
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natland's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drinks, no grilled meat.
Yeah, we'll be here all day if you list them out one by one. It's much faster to just focus on what's good for you.
Such as?
Vegetable juice. Want some?
You know, Ian-san, Paimon feels like the two of us might not see eye to eye. Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy. This is where you fall. Transfixed.
Freeze!
Everlasting as the moon. Overruled.
Oh, the place we need to go seems really high up.
Laid bare. Witness my rise.
give up. It's nothing. Submit.
Dodge this! This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
Don't waste my time.
Dodge this!
Everlasting as the moon.
Cool it! Don't get frostbite.
Transfix.
Wind blade!
With the wind.
Dodge this!
It's nothing. Laid bare.
Freeze!
Witness my rise.
Oh, so sorry.
final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it. Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about. The one ripped open by the Abyss.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't push her through before she's ready. Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different from what I imagined in the stories.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped Kachina here in the first place.
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer applies. Anything can happen here.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. We fell all this way, yet came out completely unscathed. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it? Right. We still got a job to do.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a...
Yeah, these...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down. I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes. I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the... I'm sorry I can only appear before...
No. We should be the ones apologizing. But we had to destroy it.
Of course. Thank you. Under the power of the stone, it turns out even our regrets were...
Whether in triumph...
Exactly. That may not... You're looking for a young girl. I'd like to help her while I'm... Be careful. This...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power will ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Laid bare. This is where you fall. Yeah, transfixed. Don't waste my time.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind. It was probably just my imagination.
Don't scare Paimon like this!
I heard it too.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter.
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey? Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea. Let's go!
Everlasting as the moon! Give up!
Submit!
Transfixed! I'll remember that!
You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! The monster can appear from anywhere! The YF's power helps...
Had a girl.
Should we start heading back then? Actually, I can't...
That was the pyro.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles. You can think of them like there are countless proxies scattered around the night, but if a proxy were to become...
Judging by the current
Still, we can't just...
I agree. Getting rid of the monster might slow.
Kachina? What's wrong?
Nothing. Maybe we really should... No, I'm fine. Just up ahead.
Listen to me, Kachina. Well, you don't have anything to prove either.
All right.
We've already come all this way.
Let's go. This way.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss Monster.
All by yourself?
It's all right. I don't have much time left. So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you for your truth. Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that. Wyab! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab?
So we were right. The contamination is... Alright, get ready, everyone. Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that he tried to get in my...
You
He would have dispersed... You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate... No. I thought this night... That is the ancient... The Pyro... Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you,
Kachina, give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not...
You're right, but you also couldn't...
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down. The power lies not, but in our commitment to a...
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this. Sorry in advance, there aren't many in Nat. Let's shred, Sharky! Here goes! Get back! That's what he gets. Fantastic work, Kachina. Absolutely, this makes me so...
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable.
Huh? My ancient name is... glowing? But I thought I didn't bring...
It's probably a project...
Wait.
That was a bold move. Diving headfirst into the fire to say... Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was... It took years with the Pyro Archon. Only then. Tupac.
I've heard that name before.
Since you were able to, under the name... As long as blood still... Its blaze will become one with... Even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
So that's what...
What do you mean?
500 years ago?
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger here longer. I know bits and pieces, but this sounds like something that's going to need a lot. Okay, that should be
I hear your voice.
Great. I was going to I'll keep searching with the...
You are all...
Huh?
You are all... Your ancient focus on the story of your... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan go now, my children.
I know we've never met before, Wyub. Thank you for encouraging...
Whoa! What's going on?
We're out of time. It's the power of the Abyss. Quick,
It's a Sealy! The Sealy...
You've done well. Now come home.
We're back! The Pyro Archon saved us.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she say she used it?
She's still in the speakers.
So you're saying
Every great display. You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The Pyro Archon said she'd have a doctor waiting for us.
I recommend getting a full...
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right.
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned.
Right.
I'll let her explain every move we...
Huh. There's a lot less stuff here than before.
It's good to see you all here in one piece. I know you must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody. I'll examine you one by one. All right, that should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of days. I have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the Abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
He always has been special like that.
He can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation, that ability will likely play a great role in the events to come.
Of course. I still have patience to see, so...
Thank you, Koichi.
All right. Just give it time.
Yeah.
All right. There's so much. I'll get straight to the point. Natlan is on the verge of destruction.
Huh? No.
That's right. Our looming destruction.
Mulan told us a little.
500 years, unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as real as ever.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that realm is essentially functioning as Natlan's ley lines. Immediately after the war, our calculations estimated that we would have a maximum of 500 years before the Night Kingdom was completely lost to the Abyss. But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith crumbling, and the line of power passed down from the Wayab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating So, the Archon...
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, since the plan was mentioned, but there's still something I don't understand. Those memories showed me the Pyro Archon from back then. And it was you.
Huh? But that doesn't make any sense. The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
That's right. The hardest thing for humans to overcome has always been time. Or rather, the natural limitations of our lifespan. A god can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I played only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Yes. If the Natlan of the future, the goal was to, once a tribe was, the chosen would then...
So that means...
That's right. After your adventure in the Night King...
So in other words...
Yes. The 6 heroes successfully. Once again, it comes
just like how the
Exactly. It's just another tack if we want to unblock that information. So, I've tried my. Currently, Shilonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Canopy, and Iansan of the Collective of Plenty. During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your Wayab Mualani. In the process, you gained the memories stored.
But we have less than a year.
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this? Wouldn't that make everything go a lot faster?
Perhaps, but the opposite could also be true. Knowing your destiny too early could mean failing to realize your full potential. Just like your determination to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to this endeavor comes from your own strength of will, rather than a sense of obligation.
So I suppose you're not going to tell us who the final 2 heroes are then?
That's right. Their time is yet to come. Putting pressure on them beforehand will only hinder their development. I can only trust in the. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. Natlan's salvation lies. You're quite perceptive, aren't you?
Huh? Oh!
Even though I sacrificed my power, after all, in addition to their.
Fuel?
Yes. The stories embodied. Over time, they became on their own. Each item. By burning those items, I was able to activate. It was a rather crude approach.
But weren't they?
That's exactly why I dragged you all here. No matter what,
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all. And then, it would. Besides, if they knew those items helped.
Even when you put it.
There's no need. Remember what I told you about time? The people and the events of the past. If you still have regret, your deeds will become new.
Well, we.
Now that Kachina and we could all use the rest. That's. Try not to let it get to you. All right. You should head.
When I was young, I used to sit by the hot springs and listen to the stories of warriors from all over Natlan. They attract people from all walks of life. Friends come easy here, no matter what tribe you're from. The people of the springs have never claimed the hot springs as their own private property. They are there to bring all hot spring buddies together. It's been really nice, seeing the children of my tribe get older. It's helped me gradually understand the true value of the springs. I've witnessed their energy, their determination, their absolute passion. Even when they cause trouble, I never managed to hold on to my anger for long. I'm certain Mualani will. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Our nation is engulfed in darkness. Our tribes stand divided, and yet you promise victory in the distant future. The Abyss is a cunning enemy, one that I faced in battle many times. Were that not the case, I would never understand exercising this degree of caution. My rage will never know absolution, and my power will no longer aid you in victory. But you came to me because you knew you could convince me with just a single sentence. I understand your choice. The heroes of today will forge the path ahead with blood and fire. Just remember to earn us the victory we are owed. Otherwise, rest assured, I'll find a way to collect the debt. For Natlan.
So, you're gonna head 500 years in the future to serve as the Pyro Archon again? But what about the you from right now? You're just gonna die?
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer, my dear. The decision is hers to make, and she deserves our support. We will do everything we can to rebuild the tribes. Don't you worry. Even across time, we will all do our part to fight for Natlan's future.
Yeah, Mom's right. We'll always Oh.
I am... Just remember, no matter what happens in the future, we will always love you.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something. There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find it. So, don't forget about me.
If that's your decision, then you have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
The rules are my legacy. They shall grant us the strength to overcome the next tragedy.
War forged the 6 tribes, taught us how to fight, instilled in us what it means to love.
Who will be the one to bring this to an end?
We are the inheritors of memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind. Those who forged our own destiny and future. That is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
to the victory feast too?
Oh, no. No, it's not that I...
Ah, well...
She didn't cause any trouble during your trip.
Yeah, she was super...
That's good.
Is there a reason you asked? You were pretty outspoken.
Maybe it seemed unreasonable. Her impulse to fight is extremely strong.
So, what you're saying is...
Okay, so anyway, I'm just...
What? Do you really have...
No way. Chaska never opens up about her own pain, especially to her family. I appreciate the Oh, and if you ever need a doctor, you know who to find.
Huh. Who would have thought there was a deeper reason behind their arguing? In the end, it's all the
Let's give a huge round of applause to our brave young warrior, Kachina!
Woohoo! Well done, Kachina. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad I finally made...
I always knew you could do it. With so...
You're one to talk. Don't think I didn't know you were the...
I had no choice.
Oh, really? So you weren't just trying to get...
I wasn't. I swear when he insisted on repaying the favor.
But the fact of the matter, I'm really sorry, Kachina. It was wrong.
It's amazing that...
So,
Our team captain...
Serves you all right. No sympathy for me.
Alright. There's no, dear friends, firstly, I'm grateful to my friend, this traveler and his companion Paimon, are some of this. They've agreed to let me, and let's not forget my good friends, Moalani, Chaska, Kanich, and Ayan-san. They all helped the traveler, and they too deserve to be called our heroes. So...
Well said!
I'll drink to that.
How does it feel
To be honest...
Well, you better get used to it. Next up,
Hey, please don't...
Ah, you're here. Have some fruit juice. I got it specially for you two.
How did you know? That's Paimon's favorite!
You look like you've still got questions. Ask away. Because they had their own lives to live. The thought of telling them, abandon your families and everyone you love, and come with me to the end of time, for in 500 years Natlan will be destroyed, it seemed too cruel. You could just as easily point out that everything in this world would come to an end eventually. But life is short, and beyond a point, it just doesn't seem real. Imagine if I said, let's leave right now, and go save the sun because it'll flame out in a few million years. It would sound quite ridiculous. I couldn't make them shoulder that burden with me. Besides, every generation will have its heroes, this one included. The plan could still work without them. Or, of course, without me. But since I was the one who came up with the plan, I felt duty-bound to see it through to the end.
I'm suddenly remembering that portrait in your room. Was that your family from back then?
Yes, it was. So when you asked me who my sister grew up to be, the truth is that very little information survives. From what I've been able to piece together, I can conclude with a reasonable degree of confidence that she ended up as an architect and artist. She played an instrumental role in rebuilding the scions of the Canopy tribe, designing and building many houses. But of course, none of her buildings are around anymore. Still, it was an impressive achievement, and I'm very proud of her. You feel loss keenly. It seems to stir up feelings of regret in you. But this is something I have long since come to terms with. This is a war, and there can be no war without loss. I am already far more fortunate than those who lost their lives to the Abyss. The people of Natlan look to me as their Archon, and the weight of their expectations is mine to bear. I must see our fate through to the very end, no matter what I may find there.
Yeah, doesn't that mean the way everything ends has already been written, including your plan?
I suppose, but so what? Don't forget, time takes many forms. The past, present, and future coexist, and all are equally important. Even if the future ends in destruction, there's still no reason to give up on the here and now. And it's precisely because we humans cannot know our fate that we will never give up on our struggle. This is a pivotal moment. Well, 3 to be precise. There's one further here. Your resistance to the... If you agree to
Ancient name?
They can. Several. Possessing an ancient name with the Ode of Resurrection, just like in the Night Kingdom, I will be there for you. That is a promise I will fulfill.
Yeah, we can't just ignore the situation.
Wonderful. We've never forged...
My lord, we've received word that the Pyro Archon has lost much of her power, although your injury complicates.
Victory and defeat are rules, not outcomes. As for you, I must...
No matter how you don't have...
I'm beginning to see you